Due to Mark Consuelos' surprise, Kelly Ripa acknowledged that she was caught walking around the house naked. Stop me if you've heard this one before. During an episode of Live with Kelly and Mark, Kelly Ripa made one or more mildly NSFW revelations about her and her husband Mark Consuelos' private lives, sometimes explicitly referencing what he's wearing underneath. With each passing year, the presenter of a daytime talk show has opened up even more, and sitting next to her so every day has resulted in some interesting tales emerging. And in the most recent, the Hope and Faith veteran accidentally discovers some house guests while roaming around in the Bear. It's entirely appropriate to dress in a natural condition while one is lounging around the house believing they are alone. However, it's also quite lovely when the unclothed resident's loved one is honest about any employees who may or may not be present at any particular time in the home. Mark Consuelos tried to brag about keeping the upkeep for a house he was staying in while working away from the couple's home during a conversation that moved from his knowledge of air conditioning to his reputation for cleanliness around the place. Ripa, however, gave herself a pat on the back by saying, "I'm trying to come up with a more awkward or intrusive scenario in which someone might learn that the home they are in right now is cleaned by professionals. It might have been on the same scoreboard if someone had farted the information to her in Morse code, but that wouldn't have given them the victory." Overall, if Kelly Ripa was fully unaware of them before leaving, these must have been some extremely quiet housekeepers. Or perhaps all the clothing she wasn't wearing drowned out the noise. Perhaps Ripa's ears required the greatest cleaning. There must be a funny joke in there someplace. Ripa is not the type of lady to have one embarrassing event and move on when it comes to being caught in various states of nakedness. Her and Mark's children, or at least one of them, have only recently walked in on them while they were having sex, as she described in a recent episode of her podcast Let's Talk Off Camera. The first time was during a family vacation when Lola was 8 years old, which was more stressful than relaxing. Ripa emphasized that there was only one time during the trip when the timing was right for adult shenanigans, pointing out that they were staying in a room with 2 doors, one of which was known to only lock a particular way. Her words are,